So I just finished a sermon. We were talking today about Romans 9 and about Paul's imagination of the sovereignty of God. This idea that Paul doesn't think that God is sovereign to choose this or that. Paul sees God as sovereign in God's ability to choose this and this. That God can always infinitely choose more and more and more and never be forced to leave anything on the outside. And obviously there's different ways of interpreting Paul. So someone asked me, well, why do you choose this way? And for me, it comes down to this, that I want to read Paul at his best, at his most generous, because that's how I want to be read. Paul is a human being like the rest of us, trying to work out and make sense of this incredible story of Jesus. And there are moments where Paul sees the best in us, and there are moments where Paul sees the worst of humanity. But at his best, Paul has this incredibly generous imagination of God, where in 1 Corinthians he will say, as in Adam all die in sin, in Christ all will be made alive. In Colossians, where Paul says that God is choosing to reconcile through Jesus all things in heaven and earth. There's this incredible expansive imagination of Paul in his best moments. And so I want to choose intentionally to try to read Paul through those best moments, because I recognize that I have all kinds of moments in my life as well. And what I want is for those near me, those who love me, those who engage with me, I want them to read me through my best, most generous, most optimistic moments where I see Christ in me, living through me in the best possible way. And so that's how I choose to read Paul, because that's how I want to be read by those near me.